Hey everyone, I'm Axel Garcia, and I just wanted to talk briefly about my recent endorsement with Citizens Guitar Company, a boutique guitar builder based out of Cupertino, California. If you don't know me, I'm the music director at my church, as well as a session musician in my area. So, I first heard about Citizens while I was scrolling through Instagram, right? They had a picture of their C1 or C2 model, and it just looked really interesting to me. I think they were advertising and looking for any guitar players interested in partnering with them and endorsing their gear. So I clicked the link and it took me to their website. I noticed right away that they were Christ-centered, which I loved, and they offered some really unique body styles as well as some modern takes on classic designs. And lastly, I took a look at their roster because I wanted to know who was currently playing their guitars, and I saw some guitar players that I already follow online or have heard about online, and a lot of them, I browsed around their website to see if they had any specific guitars that interested me, and I saw their CJ model, which is their take on the classic offset design. So I'm very partial to offset guitars. When I saw the CJ model, I naturally gravitated towards it. All of my offset guitars are fairly traditional, so getting an offset with two humbuckers, no rhythm circuit, and just a bit more modern in general just seemed like the right thing to add to my current collection. So before I get to the specs, I want to give a shout out to Jeff Lee, the founder of Citizens Guitar. Go on their website to learn more about him, but his testimony is awesome, and during the process of building this guitar, he was just an absolute pleasure to work with. Even though my model is not a full custom, he was kind enough to let me swap some parts out and move some electronics around, which I'll get into later. Anyways, I've talked enough. Let's get into the actual specs, and then I'll go through a couple sounds with the guitar. So this is the CJ Standard model. Though this model is Korean built, all final assembly, setup, and quality control are done at their headquarters in Cupertino, California. Starting with the body, we have the classic offset shape featuring both tummy and forearm contours. It's very ergonomic and comfortable, as you'd expect from this shape. Also, check out that neck heel, sculpted for easy upper fret access, similar to previous Ibanez or Charvel guitars I've owned, but just a little bit more subdued. This guitar is made out of alder, and it weighs in around 7 to 8 pounds, I believe, maybe closer to 8. It's finished in this beautiful Fiesta red, which is a custom color I requested, and I think the paint job came out very nicely. Too glossy with just the right amount of sheen. And of course, it's got to have the matching headstock. Moving on, this model features a medium C-shape roasted maple neck with a natural satin finish. Additionally, there is a stainless steel rod for reinforcement. This is a very comfortable neck that reminds me of a mix between a previous Reverend double agent I used to own, as well as my current Squier J. Mascis Jazzmaster. It's not super shredder thin, but definitely not a baseball bat. Next, we have a beautiful 12-inch radius ebony fingerboard with mother-of-pearl inlays. The neck has medium nickel fret wire, also features luminlay side dots. I need to charge mine, by the way, but nonetheless a very helpful feature in dim environments. Lastly, this neck has a spoke wheel for truss rod access at the bottom of the neck, which personally I think needs to be standard on all guitars. It keeps the headstock looking clean, a lot easier than having to remove the neck or wedge a screwdriver with some vintage style guitars. No hate, my Jaguar has this, but still. Scale length is 25 inches, which if you're familiar with Paul Reed Smith guitars, then this has the same scale as most of their catalog. Finally, we get to the hardware. And a side note, I don't know the brands of any of the hardware or the pickups, but I imagine they're in-house products. Nonetheless, they are reliable and feel and sound premium. Starting with the headstock, again, it matches the body and sports locking tuners. I may change them to vintage split shaft tuners due to preference, and please don't at me, but split shaft tuners are the best tuners in my humble opinion. Like this video or drop a comment if you love not pricking your fingers. Okay, the nut at 43mm is a black Graphtec Tusk XL cut to perfection. Down to the body, there is a 3-way toggle switch on the upper bout, which I requested to be placed there versus their previous CJ models having the toggle on the lower bout. It features 2 low to mid output PAF style pickups, similar to any other really good humbuckers I've played. They're very clear with a sweet mid-range. This is the standard model, so the switching is, well, standard. But if you want a coil tap or split, you can get that feature with their Pro and Full custom models. Next, I requested this guitar to be hardtailed since I didn't really want a Bigsby, so this has a 2-pneumatic bridge with a stop tailpiece. It keeps it stable and there's less to worry about when playing. Lastly, it sports a tortoise shell pickguard, 3 knurled chrome knobs, which are 2 separate tone knobs for each pickup, and 1 master volume. And I believe these are CTS 500K pots. So the CJ Standard reminds me a lot of the Fano JMs or even the Sir JMs that I've played before. The setup and playability was perfect when it arrived, and it's very much a modern, streamlined version of the traditional Jazzmaster. So how does it sound? Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel. I will continue to make more videos. I'll try to upload more frequently as well. And most importantly, please check out Citizens Guitar Company. You will not be disappointed if you work with Jeff, and he's just going to build a really fantastic guitar. I mean it. From their production line to their full customs. Check out their gallery. Check out what other people are playing by them. Seriously, if you are a worship guitarist or even a bassist, they make basses, by the way, hit Jeff up. It's worth it doing the endorsement, and he's just a fantastic guy to work with, and this is an amazing guitar. So anyway, have a blessed day.